Toss
All
it to
right.
you in
All
three,
right.
2, 1, begin.
All right. Here we go. We see the Rancor pot and into the Physics True combo coming up from the side of Sip with the Lightning Grease into the Glintstone Shards. Very interestingly enough. And we see the aggression coming out from Sip just. Wow. Okay. Straight out the gate. Just not afraid at all. Beautiful. Sweep turnaround, absolutely devastating damage, keeping Rascals on the back foot, keeping him afraid to actually force trade into those follow-up R1s or that absolutely devastating R2, which does quite a lot of stamina damage as well, which is very, very scary on the side of Rascals too. And I would imagine Sip has on kick right now, and Rascals trying to adapt to that the best that he can here. Does get clipped by another jumping R1. They're potentially not pressing the R1 button soon enough to get into those block frames there. Out comes the jumping R2 from Sip, but unfortunately it does not land. No dice indeed.
Oh, that
Unfortunately, does
anti-air.
get anti-aired there. Very, very rough stuff on the side of Sip. And it actually does. Oh, but unfortunately, just barely misses the neutral R1 catch there. Beautiful flame strikes coming out from the side of Rascals. Absolutely impeccable adaptation, but incredible hard reads coming out from the side of Sip. Does get the frame trap into the follow-up R1 after that jumping R1. Very, very nice indeed. Absolutely devastating damage. Out comes the running R1 into the Flame Strike, but unfortunately the tracking nerf hit HTS very, very hard, hampering its ability to actually get those sweeps off consistently there. Beautiful chase down coming out from the side of Rascals. It's a beautiful adaptation from Rascals. Go ahead and count it down.
3, 2, 1, begin. There goes the bolt. Now comes the physics. The skull emoji pots are on their way. Now comes the jumping R1 from the side of Rascals. Does get hit by, I think maybe got hit by one of those Ghost Flame skulls, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful spacing by Rascals to get a nice little neutral R1 onto Sip as he is now respacing. Maybe trying to get that poise rebuild. Oh, just gonna kick!
Misses the true combo.
He gets hit by the Flame Strike, I think. Wasn't quite close enough to get that in, but that's exactly what he needs to do. So Rascals knows he's not 100% safe yet.
Nice
One there to
damage.
get some damage, and Sip now has inched out an albeit small lead for himself that he just
incredible
lost.
force trade!
Well, we see a trade now twice actually, and Sip comes out on top of that after all 4 of those hits, 2 from each player respectively. Now doing a little bit of a reset here. Going out, throwing out those jumping R1s. Those jumping attacks are very, very useful in an HTS, and they've thrown to be very,
So he lands the running R2!
He did, and he actually got a guard break there and tries to kick. I think he maybe wasn't expecting the guard to be broken.
The delayed roll catch there.
Turn gets it, but that Flame Strike does get a kick right now. A little bit slow in that R2 right now. I don't know if he'll have time to get a kick and an R2. Maybe just an R1 will be better for the future. And then maybe try to get an R2 on that roll catch after might be the play going forward. We'll see right now as both players are even. They do have their tears proc. Nice! Misery towards soft swap. And Sip does even it out now. 1. All right, with pleasure. In 3, 2, 1, begin.
Oh, the hefty poison pot. Absolute dominance move from the side of Sip into the kick in neutral for sure here. We do see the handy tech coming out there to speed up the recovery on the side of Sip. Very, very nice indeed. And just kind of both players playing a very, very reserved approach, trying to find their way. And perfectly excellent jump around Rascals' jump too to be able to avoid that. Unbelievable. And Sip showing that he is one of the best and has some of the best jumps in the entire game, baby. That's what it's all about. And excellent flame strike coming out from the side of Rascals, though, to be able to actually catch those aggressive jump-in attempts from the side of Sip. Very, very nice indeed. And once again, just like I was predicting before, you know, the adaptation that Rascals has been able to showcase all throughout the tournament, and Sip just narrowly missing the R2. Unreal. That jumping R2 had to be dangerously low or close to a guard break on the side of Rascals there as well, because Sip does, of course, still have the Hammer Talisman on, which is definitely becoming, I mean, it's seeming to be quite the boon for him, because the pressure that he's able to keep up, and into the almost roll catch of the R2, knowing that he would not get the guard break, going for the R2 instead, but just narrowly missing. Very, very close indeed. And goes for the kick, but unfortunately, the Hyper Armor was just a little bit too slow on that front there. Sip, very dangerously low, potentially maybe even getting tier skipped here by something, but does get anti-aired by the Flame Strike into the true combo there. But beautiful, beautiful jumping R1s, especially the delayed jumping R1s there. And I'm surprised we haven't seen a little bit more determination on the side of Raskills to just force trade into those jumping R1s, honestly. But the Flame Strike has been coming in quite clutch for him overall. Being able to get those reads, that was devastating amounts of damage coming out from Sip with the jumping R2 two-handed there. Absolutely incredible prowess and timing with the sweeps coming out from the side of Sip. Incredible running R2. Are you kidding me? Could not have asked for more high-aim finals. All right, 3, 2, 1, all you, Sadia.
Okay, there goes the ball. Now comes a hefty poison pot again to get that physic off right now. And Roskills is probably going to stick with that Flaming Strike. I know you said he hasn't been running the Determination. I think the Flaming Strike is what he feels more comfortable with, giving him a little bit more AoE and some more space denial, which is exactly what he needs, because when Sip gets in close, he lands those JR2s like that. Does go for the Amber Medallion swap on the side of Roskills, but still missing some HP. Nice anti-air and the Flame Strike and the fall. The Misery Chord soft swap already! There's possibility for a tier skip right now. Roskills is pretty low. If he can do it again, not the tier skip, and Sip will win. Nice anti-air though on that running, or on that R1 and then getting the Flaming Strike. He's going for the kick he wants so bad right now. He's gonna get his tier proc soon though, if he doesn't be too careful, because that was a lot of damage that Roskills also did to even us out. There's another Flaming Strike right there, about dead even. Look at these spacings! Roskills! Republic!